So I haven't been doing quite a lot of vlogs lately, unfortunately, because I actually kind of had to just, get a little bit more time for actually resting and sleeping somehow, because, at the time where I was just really vlogging every day, the vlogging itself is totally fun, and it is totally great, even though in some situations it's not, definitely, but the whole cutting and, the whole thing at the end, if this was done by somebody else, everything would be completely different. I would just, crank out a lot of vlogs and just see that everybody's seeing what I'm doing. Yeah, I think it's just great for the long run, in 10 years, 5 years, whatever it will be, when I'm just, watching the videos and I see myself just, my daily things and how my life looked like, I think it would have been just totally great. But as I said, it's way too much for me right now. It is, what I'm doing right now, it's still a lot, and this is also a pretty great problem of mine, because I kind of fuck it up with actually just managing my time, actually seeing like, okay, I need the proper rest, and I'm practically not getting it, and this is the whole problem, because I'm not feeling that great, like health-wise, to be honest. I'm kind of feeling, okay, the whole sleep deprivation that I'm just undergoing isn't quite the best for me, and it is definitely also not the best for you, so please fucking sleep, All the people, also me, who think that, you can live without sleeping are totally fucked up and wrong. But yeah, I just wanted to make the video to just, put out another thing, because I actually have a lot of time, like 30 minutes right now to, until I actually have to get to the train, because I'm at a friend's birthday today, which is something that I quite never do. I'm never at any birthday parties or, whatever it is, because I practically don't like parties, and this is what it is. And, just if you are in such an same position or whatsoever, maybe you should just give a fuck and, stay at home or stay whatever you're doing. But I still just will upload two, and, this will be the third video today, and also two podcast sessions, the other two videos are practically the podcast. But yeah, I just found another 30 minutes, and I just before that was quite only doing the posts and posting them, and until I finished I kind of ate something, so that I'm not just really getting fucked and just, a few minutes later or a few hours in the future, actually. And yeah, I've just seen, okay, there is some time, I can do something right now, so why not? And I hope that the audio quality isn't that shitty. I'm practically not using any media now. I'm not using my phone. It's actually there to, charge it up so that I'm not getting out of juice, which would be really fucked up. And yeah, I hope everything is okay. But yeah, maybe I can put something out that's a little bit more valuable than actually telling you, okay, what I'm actually gonna do, what I have been doing, and so on. Just thinking about it. In the last few days, I've been really kind of spreading and had in my mind that recognizing things is very important. And I do still think that, because either it's in terms of your psycho state or, your just mind, how is your mind doing, and your body, and, whatever it is, I do think the best thing, or the best first thing you can do, is actually realize or recognize that there's something wrong, or that there could be something wrong, or that there's something that's quite not normal, because it doesn't have to be just wrong all the fucking time, but it could also be just, in a good way. But I'm just more speaking about it in a bad way at the moment. So I do think, for example, there are quite a lot of ways you can just manipulate your own reality, and then you get a reality that's quite not right. And sorry, I just have to just do it like this so that you can actually see me a little bit better. Because our reality seems to be not always right for us, because we are some kind of manipulating it, and we're kind of changing it to some degree. And it definitely can also be just a very big degree, because there are a lot of ways. I actually did a video on that, and I definitely will not just to really be honest, I won't be able to just I would be able, but I won't. I think just link it down in the description, but maybe I'll just type in, maybe I can actually see. Well, nah, can't find it that fast. Where are you? I hope this is gonna recording. Yeah, it's recording still. And I don't find it, but I definitely made a video about it where I just was speaking about a book or talking or featuring a book actually, where there were quite a lot of informations about how we change our reality, to what degree, what it is, and there are actually a very, very, very load of things and or ways you can practically just change your reality, which is kind of tough, I would say, and it's quite difficult. But in this way, and in terms of this statement or this kind of thing that I'm quite talking about, so your reality, if you realize or recognize that you might be just changing or manipulating your reality by yourself, then you can do the first step to actually kind of reverse that. And some ways are actually the magnifying, I think it was called, where you just I do not know. I maybe just change up the names or just mix up the names. But one of these were definitely that you actually, because you, for example, failed once, think that you are a failure, or that you made something bad, that you are bad yourself. It's actually personalizing it somehow. And another thing is that if you once did something wrong or made a mistake or whatsoever, that you think that you're always going to make it wrong, and whatsoever. Which is quite something I do think that a lot of people do, but they quite don't know it. And therefore, this is quite the reason why I say, okay, it is very important to actually know, okay, you are doing something in your mind, in your head, that might not be the best thing to do, or that might be somehow bad for you and bad for your reality, which isn't your reality actually. And the problem is you just know or mean that this is your reality, even though it isn't. And this could just fuck up a lot of things. Relationships definitely. If you just always think in a sexual relationship that, I don't know, you're a bad person because your partner once said, okay, you're fucked up, or some shit like this, could work. This could totally fuck your whole relationship, and it could totally fuck your whole life as well. So there's nothing to make fun about quite. But actually, let me see. Was it actually one of these books? Maybe I just really want to show it to you which book it actually was, because it's such a fucked up thing, isn't it? I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. But yeah, so it's pretty important to actually recognize things, or try to recognize things. And I do think because of that, asking yourself more questions, or at least questions, is kind of the way to go. Because if you ask yourself, is your reality actually the real reality? You might be thinking like, okay, it could actually be no. You could just practically just mix it up or change it up or whatsoever, and you just don't realize it. And therefore, I always also like just asking yourself questions and asking questions in general. And it is just really powerful. Also, just what did you give to the world today? This is also a pretty great question, my point of view, from James Altucher actually. And I don't remember the book, but it was definitely from James Altucher. And I just really liked it, because if you just ask yourself this thing, if you just did something for the world today, you might think like, actually not. And then you think about it like, okay, what can I do to somehow do something for the world or for the other people, or just give something to the world or to the other people? And there are a lot of ways, I would say. The easiest thing that I always just think about, or I always just mention, is actually smiling at people. Because actually when you're smiling at people, the chances that they are smiling as well are pretty high. If you're just making eye contact, pretty quickly, not being creepy or something, and just smiling at them and being friendly in general and being nice in general, could make somebody's day. And, this is somehow a way to just give something back to the people, or give something back to the world. And I just now realized that I'm actually always telling you at the end of every single video that you should give back something to the people. And I somehow always thought about it as value somehow, just giving back something like what I'm doing right now, or I'm trying right now at least, just giving something to the people and just maybe share my experiences. And I'm looking forward to some other not series, but episodes, where I'm practically pretty much going into my detail and what I have experienced and things that quite only I can talk about, because it is my experience and my things that might really, and I do think it will, just help a lot of people, and to maybe somehow spoil you. And I already mentioned it in, I think, one of the last episodes, actually from yesterday or today. I don't remember, because I actually recorded them at the same time, yeah. So the ones from yesterday and today, actually. And it is taking cold showers, if I haven't mentioned it somehow. And I do have now, I think it's quite a year right now where I've been taking quite every single day a cold shower. Sometimes it's not that intelligent and not that smart to actually, take a cold shower, but I will go in depth, about this certain topic in another video, because I think it is important to actually spread what I've been trying, what I've been doing, and maybe I will always also just spread a little word about how I managed to do what I'm doing right now. Even though I'm going to school 40 fucking hours a week, I still manage to put out one video a day, 10 posts a day, and also to some degree I just managed to put out a vlog a day. And I do think it is incredible for me, myself. I could definitely just put out way more, especially on social media platforms like, Instagram and Twitter and all these things, because I have the content. And this is my fucked up problem. I do have the content, and I could just share way more than I'm sharing right now. But I would have to just cut up all the videos and just search for really great parts in the videos to actually be able to do that. And this is quite a lot of work. And for me, it is actually quite a funny thing. It is quite easy to actually go into Photoshop or whatever application I might be using, make another picture, write something down that might be inspiring for me or that I think will inspire other people, and share it. And this is way faster and sometimes even way better, even though I have to say video in general does get more engagement and more views and whatsoever. It's just working way better. I understand this, because you can put way much more into 60 seconds than like in 1 second, or the 1 second that people are actually just looking at the picture. But yeah, so you can just really do a lot. And yeah, this is quite what I want to say. And this is also great, because I've quite tested now if I'm actually able to speak about my shit and speak about what's going on in my head for longer than 5 minutes. Because this was actually something that I quite was feared about when I was thinking about actually making products or making videos on things that I have experienced. I quite thought like, okay, I do know that I'm quite conversational and that I just somehow will manage, but if it is really something that I quite find like just great quality, which is total bullshit, by the way, or just something that I think like, okay, is okay to upload, and because it's not only just bad for you if I'm just stumbling across or around the whole episode long, but it's also not that good for me either. But I've just proven to myself, okay, I can definitely somehow speak for at least 15 minutes quite, and this is working, so the 30 minutes also should be working, and especially about topics. And I think I will just may have to do more than just one episode of the cold showering thing, because there is so much to talk about and there's so much great things to talk about, and I might have to just actually search it up a little bit to just get some new insights. Maybe I'm outdated, maybe I just got something wrong one day. Could also be the case, But with that being said, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I do hope that you will give back something to the people. Think about your legacy and just how you will be remembered. And I still wish you the best health, wealth, happiness, and success. And I love you. I see you.